Viewers named Patty and Taz have asked me, how's my new sleeping bag working out? And it is not comfortable down to 0 degrees despite the rating. But I've noticed that when it gets real cold, it's my responsibility to close these baffles here. Pardon the mess in my little tent, because I've been here a while. And look at this, I'll be here a while tomorrow. You see the snow? And tomorrow it's supposed to be 29 degrees for the high. And it says moderate winds, 11 miles an hour. That's flipping freezing. If it was a tailwind, I might ride. But I don't wish to suffer. The other thing I do to make the sleeping bag warmer, and this has saved my bacon more than once. I put a rock. It's warm on this side. It's hot on that side because of it. Let me tell you that again. I get that little burner going real low. Put the rock on there about 3 minutes. Rocks have so much thermal inertia that one side can be pretty hot and the other not that hot at all. But it all evens out and it all comes out slow. And I like to do it only for 3 minutes because it can get too hot. I start burning the towel or burning the sleeping bag. Down in there you go, way down to the bottom. And I have another one for backup, so that when this one starts to cool off, if I want, I can put the other one on the stove and get it nice and warm. So I have a method to my madness, and it is really good to just keep that rotating. The sleeping bag is not big enough around my shoulders. It's hard to get my shoulders in there and then zip it up, and it's often a struggle that knocks off my hat, and then I snug myself in. And with a hot rock in here, it can get too hot because all the air coming off that gets heated by that rock is just inside the sleeping bag. And it comes up from my feet. It comes out right here, so it warms up my hands. If I want, sometimes I'll put the rock and the towel right up by my hands if I'm doing something that requires I don't have gloves on. And after a little while my hands start to get really cold, so I just tuck them back in the sleeping bag, grab that towel with a hot rock in it, and I'm good. But I'm looking at some cold weather coming up in a long time before I can ride on. But that's alright, and that's why some other viewers had asked, why don't you go way out in the woods? And then I could build a fire, that's true. And I tend to do that when I get into the mountains in Kentucky, which is probably another week or two. I want to stop in Cincinnati and make some balloon animals on a street corner if it's not freezing, or try to score a gig and do some balloon animals like I did at the bowling alley, and get a little money together because my phone is malfunctioning, so I might have to get a new one, and that dings the budget. But I do have a Patreon channel, and some of you have been hitting my Patreon, and I just want to say thank you so much. I am out here on the road for an unknown time and unknown expenses, and that is really great, and I thank you, and I did through Patreon. If you want to look that up, just go to Patreon and search Douglas Conlin. I got a video I made last summer thinking that I would go on the road indefinitely if I could reach a certain amount with the Patreon, and every little bit helps. I am on the road indefinitely, but I thought, alright, well, if the Patreon isn't going to fly, I'll just stop and do balloon animals. I am a balloon artist with business cards and everything. And we'll see how all that goes. All of it's uncertain, but I just wanted to say thank you to the Patreons And thank you for all the people that have given me great suggestions, and all my long-term viewers. The channel's growing. It's so much fun. If I can't get to all the comments, it's because of technology, not because I don't care about what you said. And I do. I really feel, especially like in the middle of the night when I wake up and I think, where am I? I don't know. But I think about how much I'm enjoying this trip and how good it is that you're enjoying it with me. And it's just wonderful. And today, when I was at McDonald's getting a charge, I was also answering comments, which I can do on my tablet, but not on my phone, because I need a new phone. It's damaged. And let's see, I got some notes. Oh, Rick Williams asked, what inspired you to take a trip to Florida? They got palm trees there. I like to deep sea fish. I get on a head boat. I might look for a job such as balloon twisting at restaurants, or maybe driving one of those. They don't have pedal pubs. I guess they have pedal boats, which might be fun. I don't know. I love that job because it's a constant party, although I am the designated driver. Toby, I mentioned you in this video about the solar panel idea. Patty, you had that idea too. That was a great idea. I've already implemented it. I went that same day. I looked at your comments. I was riding past of Harbor Freight, and I thought, wait a minute, I need a Harbor Freight. And I went in there and I asked them, and they showed me right to where that charger is, that solar charger. I'm hoping it works. It worked a little bit already. MR76K196, you ask about mice. Do I ever have a problem with mice? No, I never have, but one time. I was on the Appalachian Trail years ago before it got popular. And off the trail a little bit, you could go to this abandoned fire tower and climb up there. They hadn't chained it off or fenced it off, so you couldn't. I went all the way to the top. It was almost dark. There was kind of garbage up there because other people had the same idea. I stayed there. I slept there at night. And there was some kind of a pack rat or mouse, and it was a still night. It was quiet. And I woke up, and there was something in that fire tower with me. And finally I got the flashlight on it because it was real skittish. It was real stealthy and smart. It was trying to get some candy bar in my gear. And finally I just ripped off a piece of the candy bar and threw it out there on the floor where I could get it, so I could get some sleep, because it kept coming back and it was surprisingly noisy. But I have never had I also had a red squirrel chew right through the bottom of a plastic jar of peanut butter while I was out fishing in the Adirondacks. Came back and I couldn't believe it. This thing had some sharp teeth that had gone right through the bottom, and then ate its fill of peanut butter, which wasn't much. It was a tiny squirrel. And then I was out of luck because I didn't want to eat the rest of the peanut butter. Oh, Alan Bishop, the fry pan lid. This is a funny story. I was making the deep dish pizza with the biscuits in my tent, and you saw that video and suggested that I get like a pie tin and just use that as a lid. Well, I went in there and it was $2 for a pie tin in the grocery store, and it was $4 for a chocolate pie that came in a pie tin, and I took plan B and I ate half that pie. I couldn't eat the rest. It was too rich. But thank you for the suggestion. Thank you all for your suggestions and your encouraging comments. It really makes a difference. I've taken these trips before, but not with the audience engaged like you guys are. And it's really fun to see. And I'm looking for other things. I wanted to name my Patreons, but I don't want to now because I already did that. I was able to get messages through, get signed into Patreon, and respond to your generosity and your support. And it more than financial, it makes a difference where you all are following my trip, and it's a lot of fun. And so if it snows, or if I get pinned down by wind, or whatever troubles may befall me, I know you're with me, and it feels so good to have that bond that we have. It's real nice. Thanks for watching my videos, and share them so more people can live this while I'm living it. I mean, this is not a scripted story. It's not reality television where I've got some producer whispering in my ear, argue with this guy, and what makes you mad about that? It's just me experiencing exactly what's happening, which I don't know. But I'm faring well outside the truck stop in Dayton, Ohio, near the McDonald's, so I'll be able to upload this tomorrow no matter how much it snows, and I'll be able to get a charge, and I'll be able to respond to your comments some more, because that to me is a really grounding thing when I feel like I'm sort of floating away into the big wide open. It's good to have an appreciative audience, and I do appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Pan still has a little hamburger grease in it. I'll give the eggs flavor, and I don't have a dishwasher handy, so that's what we got. This is funny. The suggestion I got to get a pie pan, it's just working out so good. Now it's my hot pad, so I don't melt the tarp of the in the tent, the floor of the tent, if I put a hot pan down, if I have to get it off the burner and set it somewhere stable. So that's really good. I'm going to set it there while I crack the eggs into the pan, because I don't want to have it tip over the stove in the tent. Bad move. There we go. Look at these cute little, they sell 6 packs of eggs. And those are like 52 cents at Walmart. Can you see this? Oh, Dougie. Come on, we'll do it. No shells, come on, no shells. Yay! It worked. Because this is dinner, I'm having a 3rd egg. Stirring them like that will probably make them stick to the bottom, because I did have a coating of melted butter, but now I'm stirring it all together. Doesn't matter. It's not going to ruin my life. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. I forgot to mention in my last video that this rock wrapped in a towel that I've heated on the stove that I throw in my sleeping bag, that heat will hold for more than an hour, 3 minutes, set on the stove with the stove going on the lowest setting. So it's an effective way to keep warm. Well, the snow is very fine, still coming down very gently. I don't think it's going to stick. It's supposed to continue, and then the winds are going to kick up real hard tonight. Not that I'm not snug. Snug Doug. Look at that. Yeah, maybe stick. Doesn't matter. I don't have any ketchup. I like to put eggs on. Ketchup on my eggs. Not every time though. I'll just put salt on them and they'll be delicious. Plus they'll be warm. Cold afternoon as darkness is beginning to fall. That's enough stove. You've done your duty. Salt, you're on deck, buddy. Oh, yeah. Sea salt. Maybe it's saltier than regular salt. I don't know. I like it. They're still cooking, see? Don't want them to get too dry. Oh, that's good. So simple, but so good and quick.